You're at a party. The room is loud. 30 conversations happening at once, music underneath all of it, glasses clinking, someone laughing too hard, at something across the room. You are focused on the person directly in front of you, their words, their face. You are not listening to anyone else. You're certain of this. And then, from somewhere behind you, across the room, through all of that noise, you hear your name, not shouted, not called out, just mentioned in someone else's conversation. That had nothing to do with you. You heard it anyway. You turn around. You scan the room. You find the source. Two people, neither of them looking at you, just talking. Your name came up and your brain pulled it out of the noise, like it was the only sound in a silent room. You didn't choose to hear it. You weren't trying to listen. You were completely focused somewhere else, and yet, there it was. This is not a coincidence. This is not luck. This is one of the most carefully studied phenomena in the history of cognitive psychology and what it reveals about what your brain is doing. Every single moment of every single day is deeply unsettling. Part 3. In 1953, a British psychologist named Colin Cherry was working at the Imperial College London. He was trying to solve what he called the cocktail party problem. The question was simple. How does the human brain separate one voice from a room full of voices? How do you follow one conversation when 20 others are happening simultaneously at the same volume? Cherry ran a series of experiments using a technique called dichotic listening. He gave participants headphones, played a different audio stream into each ear simultaneously, two different voices, two different messages, at the same time. He asked participants to follow one stream and ignore the other. They could do it, easily. But then Cherry asked what they remembered about the stream they had ignored. Almost nothing. They could not recall a single word. They could not identify the topic. They could not even say with certainty what language it was in. The unattended stream appeared to have been completely blocked out, filtered, ignored, erased. Cherry concluded that the brain was acting as a selective filter, choosing what to process. Discarding the rest, it seemed clean, simple, logical, and then one of his participants mentioned something that changed everything. During the experiment, Cherry had embedded the participant's own name into the unattended stream. The stream they were ignoring, the stream they later said they remembered nothing from. The participant heard it, not consciously, not deliberately, but they heard it, and when asked, they could confirm their name had appeared. In the stream they weren't listening to, in the audio they had no conscious access to. Cherry ran it again and again. Every time, the participant's name broke through the filter. Everything else stayed out. Just the name, just that specific sound, getting through every single time. This finding broke the clean version of the theory. If the brain was simply filtering, simply choosing one stream and blocking the other, then nothing from the blocked stream should get through. Nothing. But the name got through, which meant the brain was not simply blocking the unattended stream. It was monitoring it continuously, silently, processing every single word in the background without telling you, checking each one, evaluating each one, and the moment it found something that matched a specific signal, it pulled it forward into conscious awareness. Your name got through because your brain was listening the whole time. You just didn't know it. The implications of this took decades to fully understand. In the 1970s, Treisman at Oxford University developed what she called the attenuation model. Cherry's filter didn't block. It turned down, like a volume knob. The unattended stream wasn't silenced. It was quieted, running at low volume. Below conscious awareness, but still running. Still being processed, still being evaluated, word by a part of your brain you have no access to, and certain signals. Your name, a threat word, something emotionally significant, had a lower threshold for breaking through. They required less signal to pierce the filter. They got through even at low volume, even when you weren't listening. Even when you were certain, you were focused somewhere else entirely. Your brain maintains two levels of processing simultaneously at every waking moment. The first level is conscious, focused. The conversation you're having, the task you're doing, the person in front of you. The second level is unconscious, vast, scanning everything else, every sound in the room, every conversation within earshot, every movement in your peripheral vision, processing all of it, evaluating all of it, waiting for something that matters, for something that requires your immediate attention, for your name, for a threat, for something that breaks. The threshold, and the moment it finds it, it pulls you there, without asking, without warning. It just turns the volume up on that one signal, and suddenly you're hearing something you had no idea you were listening to. To understand why this system exists, you have to go back much further than 1953, much further than Colin Cherry, much further than psychology. As a discipline, you have to go back to a camp of 25 people on the African savannah. Your ancestors lived in small, tight groups. Everyone knew everyone. Every voice was familiar. Every name was someone you depended on for survival. When your name was called in that camp, it meant something. It was never casual. It was never background noise. Your name being spoken meant one of two things. Someone needed you, or something had happened to you. Either way, missing it was not an option. The ancestor whose brain could not pull their name from the background noise of the camp missed the warning, missed the call for help.